The game was originally supposed to take place at 6:15, but they moved the game up. So now it will start at 6 o'clock. You heard right. It is the Fighting Illini, who is the number 2 seed, taking on the number 7 seed, Valparaiso. It does feel like football weather is here. It's a little chilly outside. Thank God no rain or any snow just yet, which is good. Rick Kirby will tell you a little bit more.
Don't jinx us yet.
No, don't jinx us yet. Pretty packed here. Game 3. It's just about 15 minutes away from tipping off. You just look over right behind me. You got everybody starting to come in. The band is playing very loudly. Of course, you probably can hear them right over my microphone. It wasn't about making a statement, but it certainly was a bombshell. On his first official day as Illinois athletic director, Josh Whitman has fired head football coach Bill Cubitt. What I was hearing is that this is their third coach, especially for these freshman guys. Their third coach, they're trying to just get to something new, but they're definitely really excited just to get going. The Sam Bradford era is officially over, and today marks day 1 of the Nick Foles era here in St. Louis. The former Eagle looks like his old self. His throwing motion is on point. His collarbone isn't giving him any problems. Wasn't exactly what you were hoping for, but tonight you get to kind of start off fresh. You get the top-seeded team. What are you thinking tonight?
Right. Well, you know, anytime you play against Lanphier, their pressure is going to be incredible.
Well, ready or not, here it comes.
Yeah, I'm glad it's basketball season, not football season.
Me too. You were indoors today at the Perry Capital Convention Center. Busy afternoon there.
Definitely a busy afternoon. 10. I'm talking all 10 Central State 8 teams took to the hardwood this afternoon.
Now sports with David Coy.
The Fighting Illini are looking to capture their 3rd straight victory. Tonight, they head to Lincoln to face the Cornhuskers. This is their first meeting this season. Both teams entered tonight with 6 Big Ten wins. First half, Maverick Morgan with the turnaround jumper. 10 of his 12 points were in the first half alone. Well, the Huskers would quickly answer. Down by 6, Ty Webster makes the 3, but Illinois led 30-28 at the break. Second half now, Tijon Lucas throws it over to Leron Black with the big slam. Then came the 3-pointers. Tracy Abrams was 4 of 5 from behind the arc. Illini hit 13 of 26 from 3-point land. How about later on, more from Malcolm Hill. He ended with a game high of 19 points. He became the 5th highest scorer in school history. Illinois takes it 73-57. Hey, Coach Gross, did you think your team could make 13 threes?
No, I don't know if any coach could say that. You think you could go 13 for 26 and bet on that. You know, even if you have a good shooting team, that's a pretty high percentage. So, like I said, we were blessed that it went in. Now, we've got good shooters, and you know, a lot of times you don't have all of them clicking on all cylinders on the same night. Tonight we did.
To high school hoops on Thursday, the Rochester Rockets took home their 2nd sectional title in 3 years. Tomorrow night, the team will head to UIS for a shot at the state tournament. Rochester is having one of their best seasons in recent history. The Rockets are 30-3 and went undefeated in conference play. Rochester will have its hands full with Civic Memorial. The team says they are excited to play at UIS because it will be like a home game.
Oh yeah, it's good to have a place where we can drive 10, 15 minutes of where other teams have to drive an hour, hour and a half. You know, it's good to have a home team, it's almost like having a home floor in a sense, because we know a lot of people will come out. So it brings back a lot of memories. I can still remember that game there, sophomore year. It was, I just can't wait to get back there and just show everyone what we got.
The fun begins tomorrow night at 7. We will have highlights and reaction from UIS tomorrow night right here on News Channel 20 at 10. Heading to the baseball diamond, McMurray looking for a series sweep over Dominican. They would host a double dip. Highlanders won the first contest 2-1. So we start game 2. Bottom of the second, Colin Anton, the former Railer, singles to right field. A run would come home to score. Matt goes up 2-0. Highlanders would continue. Nick Blackenbush with the single to left field. Craig Spencer races home. It's now a 3-0 ball game. About the same inning, the bats stayed hot. Tyler Konecki gets one past the second baseman. Anton would score. Game 2 would end in a Highlander victory. 17-1 the final. McMurray is now 5-1 on the season. To the ice rink, Blackhawks host the Blues. First period, captain Jonathan Taves with the goal. Chicago first on the board. Later on the power play, Patrick Kaner with the shot. Blackhawks win 4-2. So we had an exciting night with the Oscars. We had an exciting night with sports. And we'll have some exciting weather in the next few,
That's
few
right.
days. Huh?
There's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
The saying goes, more money, more problems. But when it comes to the budget in Illinois, it's really no money and definitely more problems. The new fiscal starts July 1st, but this will be the second year in a row without a state budget. Area schools are no stranger to making their own budget cuts. I explored how the schools like Taylorville are being affected by the athletic standpoint by the budget impasse.
The budget has affected Taylorville for quite a number of years.
Schools like Taylorville are forced to make constant cuts just to get by. Things like new equipment, transportation, and even schedules have been affected.
And we've peeled back, but that we're about down to the core, and it really is a matter of if the state doesn't pass a budget, we're probably, I don't know if we'll have school, but we won't have athletics. That'll be one of the first things to go.
Taylorville has stopped transportation for junior high and freshman sports. That means parents are responsible for getting their athletes to games. All varsity sports have transportation this coming school year, except for football. The team will redistribute their own money for the buses.
It's more preparing people for what might be coming if things don't fall into place here. But we've been doing that for several years down here. We've learned to adapt and survive and use it as a motivator, more or less, to say we're disadvantaged to this and we're going to fight even harder now.
On top of that, Held says he trimmed back the freshman basketball schedule, mostly for paying officials and other needs. Taylorville can last until February, then the school district will have to borrow money. But borrowing really isn't an option, according to Held.
Really, we just need the State House to kind of do their job. We're out here working and doing our job. They're elected to do pretty much, make laws and pass budgets, and they aren't doing their job.
The Tornadoes already have a pay-to-play policy if you're not enrolled in the free or reduced lunch program. Then it's a one-time flat fee of $150 that includes any and all sports. Held says he's grateful for the constant rock that is the Taylorville community.
If we have a need and we communicate that, the Taylorville community really comes out for us.
For the first time all year, senior Nick Atterberry is suiting up for Porta AC.
It really feels awesome to be able to come back and play. There's a little rust. I sometimes feel a little bit out of shape, but really I just feel like just my normal self playing. Really.
Last year on June 7th, his heart stopped beating during a summer basketball game. After the incident, Atterberry didn't play a single football or basketball game. Months after his prep career was put on hold, he was given the green light and cleared to return to competition. Porta baseball coach Andy Bierman was excited to see him back on the diamond.
I said it from the first day of practice. It looks like he hasn't missed a beat all year. He came, he got on the mound the first day. He's throwing as hard as he was last year at regional time when he pitched for us in the regionals. He's out there in the cage, just roping shots. It looks like the same kid. Nothing's changed.
Atterberry is required to wear special pads underneath his jersey to keep his heart safe. He says it doesn't totally affect his mobility.
At first it's really not too bad, but over the game it gets kind of a little bit heavy on me and I get a little sore. It's worse after the game, it's a little sore, but during the game I don't like to think I have any problems with it at all. With his pads, a trainer, and a defibrillator nearby, Atterberry doesn't think about what events could happen when he's out playing. I really don't see many problems with me. I have it worried in the back of my mind, but it's really not significant or anything, just because I know I have protection here. Coach Bierman says he thinks it was important for the team to have Atterberry back.
It was great for Nick to be back and get to do this his senior year, but for this group to have him around, it's really good. The kids, this is my third year coaching and the fourth year all together for the co-op, and the kids really look out for each other and take care of each other.
Atterberry hopes to have a great season this spring. Nothing could be better for him than being back on the field, playing the sport